Welcome to week 2 here in group 5 of English 102 in the Writer's Studio. You had a ton of assignments due yesterday. It looks like many of you turned most of them in, so that's a good thing. Some of you are seeming like maybe you're struggling a little bit to keep up, and so I want to point out to you our class Bible is the metaphor that I will use. I just clicked on course calendar over here on the left. If you have not opened this and saved it to your phone, to your, save a copy of it in your documents, your cloud documents, put the dates, type them into your phone, whatever it takes. The due dates, like the hits, just keep coming. Okay, enough of that. Tomorrow, you have several things due. You have your icebreaker activity where you're responding to each other's portfolios. You need to get started reading your rubric for Project 1. That is located over here. If you click on Overview, it'll open up a link for Project 1 and Project 2. There's also a link to it here in the Week 2 folder. We'll look at that in just one second. You're going to want to read Chapter 11 in your book. A lot of people try to economize and skip this step, but it's so helpful. Like, so many of the problems in the drafts could be prevented if people just read the book. So try reading the book. It can't hurt. It might help. You have 2 quizzes. So you have Research Guidance Quiz and Academic Search Premier Quiz. Please follow the directions. Every term, someone chooses not to follow the directions. They take the quiz that's produced by the library and then they get a 0. So don't be a 0. Take the right quiz. Do the one that's in our class. Also due Tuesday is narrowing your topic and audience. And so I'm going to show you that right now. This is the black text on here is what you get when you click on the guidance for that assignment. The green are my special little notes to help you be successful. The first thing that I want to point out is that we are working through this course emphasizing your thinking processes, your drafting processes, how you build a project like this. We're less concerned with perfection and more concerned with progress and process. And so I want to encourage you, if you have questions, to type them in the bodies of your documents. It won't bother me at all. And I'll be able to help you a little bit more specifically. So you're going to see down here that I put some notes in here to help you. Please read them. The most important things are, if you approach this project, this assignment, this first step here, and you haven't been to the library yet, please stop what you're doing and go to the library because you're doing it wrong. We don't want you to do it wrong. I would like to give you all A's. But A's are for people who go to the library. True story. Okay. The most important things, be specific. The foundation of a good argument is solid research, and you get solid research from the library databases. You're going to want to choose a very specific audience. Think about the director of a community center in your town. Think about, I've had people write for family members. People write for their mother, their diabetic mother who's making bad choices, to explain to her what are the effects of the food that she's eating. You have lots of choices, and so don't be limited. If you're feeling like this is wrong, just ride that wave. It's a little bit wrong, but it feels good when we get through to the other side. If you have questions, email me, email Tyler. We're going to help you out. You can read through this to get a little bit of tips on preparing this first planning assignment for your first project. Okay, then we also have for Thursday, you're going to work on your primary and secondary research. I'm going to produce a little tip sheet for that as well. We have an extra credit assignment for Email an Expert. And we have another discussion about real-world examples. And then finally, on Sunday, you're going to turn in your plan for this project. So notice we're working through several steps. We're making sure that you know how to use the library. We're making sure that you that you have thought about your audience and your topic and really narrowed it down, that you've engaged in some research. You're looking at examples, preparing your argument. Then we're actually going to move into producing a rough draft next week. So just a reminder that we have these weekly folders. So the week 2 folder has all of these things in it with links, right? So you just click on each one of these, get the information that you need. We also have our group blog. Most of the emails that I'm sending you, I'm also copying to the blog so that they're here in case you are a person who deletes your emails. I am an email hoarder, so I can always find the emails that I've sent, but sometimes it means going through tons of them. I'm sorry for the memes. I like memes. I think they're fun. Don't you think they're fun? Okay. Ask a librarian. If you're stuck, you need some help, ask a librarian. Here's a secret. Sometimes I feel like I'm the nicest person I know in higher education, and then I remember about librarians. Librarians are way nicer than I am. Click on Ask a Librarian. If you're near a library, you could go to it. Librarians love helping people go on these information treasure hunts to find just what you need for your research. End of sermon about librarians. There are links over here for additional support. Again, Writing Center, Blackboard support. The other academic support has tutoring support. It also has super underused resource that's awesome. Is called Not on This Page. Okay, I'm gonna have to check and make sure that we have access to something called Smart Thinking. And Smart Thinking is people with the same credentials that I have, which is at least a master's degree in, I found it. So you have to click on Writing Center. Smart Thinking has people with the same credentials I have, who will read your paper for free and write notes in it and send it back to you. The trick is you have to send it in a few days early so that they have time to read it and return it. Okay? Okay. So again, final reminder, please, please, please use the course calendar so that you don't get behind. Make sure you're reading the directions. Email me or Tyler if you have questions. And that is it for my tips for getting started on week 2. Have a great week.